All right, Robin, what's in the news?
Well, of course, Waco is still in the news. They're going through the rubble. They found 40 bodies.
Oaxaca.
Waka'o.
Waka'o.
And there seems to be a dispute raging now as to whether anybody had bullet holes in them. You know, I told you yesterday that there was a report from some of the federal authorities that they saw some people with gunshot wounds. There are some of the, you know, burned up bodies with gunshot wounds and heads blown off and stuff like that. Well, they are now saying that that is not true. Here's the medical examiner of Waka'o.
Waka'o.
Dr. Nizam Pirwani.
I'm sure that's... No, Robin, that's pronounced Niles Pert. All right, this is Dr. Who?
Nizam Pirwani.
Pirwani?
Yeah.
All right, and this is whether or not they had guns, hot wounds.
And if he's found David Koresh's body.
We have at this stage no idea where David Koresh is. We certainly will look very diligently and then try and identify him. We are now at this current stage trying to collect all the bodies, and once we go back to the morgue and start charting and doing dental x-rays, we'll have a better idea who David Koresh is.
We will x-ray by pressing this red dot in my head.
And he says until they do complete examinations and x-rays, they won't know how anybody died. And here's Rodney Crowe to tell us about the condition of the bodies they're finding.
Who's Rodney Crowe?
One of the guys down there going through the rubble.
There are no faces on some of them, and the faces have just completely powder, and they have fallen into the area underneath the bodies. Hopefully the teeth, taking a much higher temperature to destruct, will be in this debris, but as it stands now, I've seen several that the facial features are completely gone.
Anybody thinking that, like, maybe there was a secret underground passage and a lot of people got out?
Yeah, you know, there's still that speculation that maybe David Koresh just got down in those underground tunnels and got out.
Yeah.
But they said most of the tunnels collapsed. And the only thing that was, you know, habitable was that underground bus. You know, they had dug a hole and buried a bus.
Because all they're finding is just like a couple of teeth.
Yeah, well, you know, the bones and stuff, but they're mostly ash.
Gary should go down there and get some new teeth for free. Stick them in his head. Get rid of those big choppers
None
he
to
has.
compare with his.
I'm struggling with my teeth and gums.
Definitely identify him if he was in there.
Oh, yeah. Gary was definitely in there.
No problem.
How do you know? Everything is completely reduced to an ashen rubble. Yeah, but look at these huge elephant-like tusks.
And look at his big tongue and licking them.
Licking them. People could have hit under his teeth and been well.
All right. You got big teeth.
All right. Granted,
even the kids in school made fun of your teeth.
Admittedly, I have big teeth.
Yeah.
But are my teeth so large that from a distance you can tell there's something?
Yeah,
Come on.
because your mouth hangs open. Your hang mouth. You're like a hang dog with the big lips.
I've seen people in the studio that have bigger teeth than me.
No, you got big rubbery lips and a thick tongue. And
well, hold on there.
No, really, you do. Doesn't he have like big, thick, rubbery lips, and the teeth even stick out over the big lips?
Yeah, even
well, I have an
though he's
overbite
got
with big lips.
He can't cover.
I told you that I played the trumpet for like 7 years, from like first grade to like 8th grade, and then my music teacher told me that my lips were too big for the trumpet mouthpiece, and he wanted me to play the tuba, so I quit.
How insulting. Oh. Your mouth really looks like a racist cartoon. Like, you ever see those old Southern cartoons with the giant lips and the teeth?
Right, the guy in overalls and a hat with the straw coming out of his lips?
Yeah.
That's me.
That's you. No, but, seriously, your mouth is very distinctive.
I know.
And not only are they big, with the overbite, you can't even close your mouth without, like, your lips
I've got
over the teeth.
32 teeth like everyone else.
Yeah, but Robin.
32 big teeth.
You can never see his bottom teeth. Ever notice that?
Yeah, I know, because the top ones completely cover the bottom.
I wasted all that money getting them fixed.
But the best part is when Gary's around me and he eats, and he wants to close his mouth while he eats, because he knows we make fun of people who keep their mouth open when they eat.
Yes.
And then he puts the lips over the teeth finally, stretches his lips over his teeth, and then he starts to chew, and the lips are like stretched to the max. I was like,
see, now that's wrong.
And then his ears start to move.
That's not true. The reason I do that is because I try to eat too much food at once. I eat very fast, and if I put less food in my mouth, my lips wouldn't look so big.
Hey, come on, it's funny with the teeth. All right. Anyway, go ahead, Robin.
It's like watching somebody give birth.
Yeah, it's a whole process.
Oh,
Your
please.
teeth are the fakest looking teeth I ever saw.
That's not true either.
They are. What do you mean that's not true? Why would I say it if it's not true?
Because you just like to get me riled up.
I'm not riling you up. You
they
are the fakest choppers I've ever seen.
Of anybody who's
Of
ever
anyone
been in
ever
here,
on this show.
I disagree.
Who has faker choppers?
I don't want to embarrass anybody.
Embarrass them.
No.
Who has worse looking teeth than you?
Cher.
All right. Ty. You got me. Ty. Cher's mouth is unbelievably funny. I mean, I have never seen more
that's a
ceramic-like choppers.
And she didn't have to look like that.
No.
Why, I do?
Well, apparently you do. You've
Evidently.
had them fixed 3 times.
Well, didn't you tell me, like, your teeth were all screwed up from birth and stuff?
Well, they were discolored because I had tetrocycling poisoning.
And did you have braces as well?
No, I never got braces. I told you that story.
What was that?
I told you, my dentist went to jail.
Your dentist went to jail, that's right. And you couldn't. Your parents, of course, couldn't find another dentist. I mean, if
With
your
Gary's
son...
braces in his pocket.
If your son had a mouth like that...
I'd get help.
Wouldn't you get help? I mean, wouldn't you find another dentist?
Well, I was really against it. I was afraid of the dentist.
Yeah, well...
So, like, you know, when my parents...
They were afraid of you.
You know, people like him running around in the Amazon, somebody would fly them here to get them fixed.
Right. Yeah, like when you ever see those kids with bad cranial, the cranial facial problems, and they fly them in from Africa because some white guy found them in the jungle and said, we can help you.
What about the ones that take them to the hospital and then cut their jaw?
Yeah, like they would do that to you. Gary goes, I was afraid of the dentist. You hear what John said? The dentist was afraid of you. That'll be a challenge. The dentist went, I'd rather go to jail than work on this kid's teeth.
He turned himself in.
There's no way I can straighten this mess out.
It took me a long time to find a good dentist.
Why did your dentist go to jail?
For doing my teeth.
No, really.
I think it was for tax evasion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You put him in a different bracket.
Is that true? You put him in a different bag?
Yes.
Yeah. Get me out of this room. Look at the kid in there.
I was wondering why the waiting room was always empty. I was his only patient.
Because I've seen pictures of Gary before he got his calves.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I should bring you in my communion pictures with a big smile and my giant discolored teeth.
I guess his mom took tetracycline or something.
Right.
While she was pregnant.
Right.
And so Gary's mouth not only came out contorted, but it's green as
Wait a
well.
second. It affected the color. It didn't affect the shape.
Yeah, but I mean, the shape is unbelievable.
Yeah, but that was just...
Are you trying to say those are pills in his mouth?
Yeah. Those are tetracycline tablets.
You can see the writing if you look close.
No, but I mean, imagine Gary's teeth all going in different directions with that weird overbite and green. I mean, this is unbelievable.
They weren't green. They were
green.
No, they weren't. They were stained with brown spots.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
They look green to me.
Yellow. They look yellow.
Yellowed. They were tarnished.
Wow.
Wow.
I want to see those pictures.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
I need you alive. But in Waco, if they found your teeth, your teeth would survive any nuclear blast, anything.
Your teeth and roaches.
You know what'll happen one day?
And Twinkies.
The entire world will blow up because some country will light off nuclear weapons, and then settlers from another planet will come here. And the only thing they'll find of our past civilization are roaches and Gary's teeth. And they'll base their whole culture on it.
They'll find his teeth and determine that we were 45 feet tall.
Racing giants.
These people, we've determined that these people were huge, as big as dinosaurs.
Thank goodness they were
And they were extinct. They were extinct because they couldn't find enough to eat.
Dinosaurs.
Listen, we have to...
We have reconstructed one person from these teeth.
Imagine if they construct man from Gary's teeth.
We have to finish the
Man
news.
did not progress more than when he crawled out of the sea.
We have to finish the news.
We think this is a human mouth, but it could be Brontosaurus. We're not sure.
What's
They
on
will
that?
resurrect Gary and they'll put him in that museum. He'll be that main display.
Yeah.
Right.
A 9 foot tall like Gary, but like with a little tiny pinhead with the giant teeth and that long sloping neck. Oh man!
They'll probably get the makeup of a head all wrong.
That's right. And there'll be aliens and everything, and they'll have a whole different culture and a whole different way to speak, and they'll be like, and then you'll go on a museum tour,
Yes.
and they'll say,
We were not the first inhabitants of this planet. Man was 45 feet tall with bad hygiene.
And a very small brain.
Video sound like this. Man had a small brain, 45 feet tall, and obviously never invented the toothbrush.
Very backward.
A most backward people, no hygiene whatsoever.
Okay.
They
all
can
right.
still find food.
These porcelain objects were known as teeth. The only way to clean them was to rub your tongue across them while stretching your big rubbery lips. It appears that man had cavities bigger than our homes.
Can you understand me when I'm doing that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Man could only close his mouth with help.
Like the way we close our mouth is
Never was able to talk because of these choppers.
Closing a mouth is an involuntary response on our home planet, but man needed the buddy system to close his mouth.
Never achieved speech.
Man never could achieve normal speech.
All right. We have to finish. We have to talk to Harry Shearer. We have to do the news.
Harry Shearer.
It's our last day. We got to get out of here because we're going on vacation.
Right.
Gotta go swimming with Jackie.